I be trying to switch my style up as much as I can possibly do. I get inspired by giant pandas that like bamboo. I be trying to rhyme like other individuals might not be able to do. Damn, that's not how I wanted to rhyme that. I need to research things such as cadence and syncopation. So I can mix and match them with the syllables I be spraying as you individuals listening to what this ninja is saying. Another thing I think about, I might use too many of the same words that have some of the same letters in them, like just a way bit too much. Mix things up. Like bartender mixing drinks, like scientists with chemicals. I ain't gonna lie, them last two bars was some written stuff that's still in my notes, soon to be recorded. I love places like this. This inspires me because it's so god dang. I don't know, the best way I could describe it is just so dang divine to me. I like industrial underground environments just like this. Because I'm an individual. See, I always say individual or ninja to describe myself when I'm talking about who I am in my existence. I say that word a lot too, existence. I'm trying not to be repetitive. I guess I better go increase my vocabulary immediately to be more entertaining to all of you who are kind, so kind to listen to me. And it's always going to be appreciated. I'm proud of who I am. I love my family. My team is sacred. It's very cloudy today, but hopefully in the afternoon we'll see the sun shining with the beaming rays of light that bring warmth, such as this particular sewer grate here that I'm standing on, with the steam flowing out the bottom that I'm enjoying very much. I like stuff like this because I'm one of them turtles, tortugos, ninjas. I'm obsessed with ninjutsu because at a very young age my grandma got me VHS tapes such as Popeye the Sailor Man, Little Lulu, Felix the Cat Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And ever since I was a little kid, I decided that ever since I seen that show, to be a ninja must be my purpose, because I seen the brothers pop out the sewer and they make that lifestyle just look so clean and awesome. So I said, a ninja, that's exactly what I'm gonna be when I grow up. And here I am to this very day. I seen that show when I was 6, 5, 4, or 3 years old, and now I'm 33, meaning grown, still dedicated to the art of sweet ninjutsu that no matter what, I know will always be in my soul, without a doubt. And that's my origin and that's my story. Have you heard the legend of the fighter in the wind? An expert at Taekwondo. I think in his language he pronounces it like Taekyon or something like that. I believe it's the man who Ryu from Street Fighter is based upon. It's either that man or that man's teacher, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait. I think, look, my favorite character, watch that movie. My favorite character is Tsunbe. He walks around with a machine game for gambling and he shouts, Pachinkara! Walking around Japan, I think. That story is interesting. I love that story very much. Part of what inspired me to stay out here adventuring the way that I'll be doing, because I love that movie and I want to be like that. But I don't know if my hands can defeat those rocks. I seen that movie. I seen the scenes where dude was up in the mountains with the snow, hella cold, reading the Book of Five Rings, punching stones, screaming a lot, karate chopping them, chopping the stones like this as hard as he can, and screaming in agony because he just wanted to get stronger that motherfucking badly. And he was willing to suffer for his power. Stories like that I find to be the utmost inspiring. I'm like that sort of kinda, but I won't lie, not as much hardcore, not as hardcore as all. I'm more like how do I describe my style? I just glide and smile. Glide with style. Fly, airbender, Bagwazan. You ever watch Avatar? About the boy named Aang, or Aang actually, but some people pronounce it Aang, I think, in the live action film, because language arts. Speaking of language arts. Ooh, look. Here's the engineering center. Grimes Engineering Center. I didn't mean to change the subject, but I love engineering. I love the word engineering itself, and I love engineering as an art form. I'm a DeVry student. DeVry Online. DeVry College Online. That's this college I attended because I get bored in class and I like to stay at home and drink a lot. So I'll be on the computer doing hella homework. Back when I had my little apartment somewhere in a city nearby. And let me tell you this. My major is electronics engineering, and I'm very proud of that. I'm trying to figure out how to make video games and how that kind of stuff works. I'm obsessed with looking at circuit boards, and that all started because of Pokemon cartridge. I don't know. I had a gold version, I think, that I bought from some comic collector shop, however I may word that place. And let me tell you this. I don't know. I opened up the plastic of the cartridge, right? And I just looked, and I was just absolutely astonished. And I love telling this story because to me it's hella awesome. When I think about games like that and how there's all those people in there, all those characters in all those places, and everything that makes up the world all in the motherfucking chip cartridge, however I should word it. Did I do that again? I don't mean to be repetitive, but I know that rhymed perfectly. Anyway, what was I telling you? Oh yeah, I just couldn't. I'm like looking at the cartridge from a Game Boy game, like, yo, Vermilion City is in here. All the gym leaders, Pewter City, the SSN, all the gym leaders, the Elite Four, all the Pokemon, all the characters live in this motherfucking shit that's not very big. And I think that's hella cool. And I want to figure out how that works because I'm trying to understand. Because it's dope as fuck. And it must be understood. Because it's dope as fuck. And I don't know what else to say. It's just hella cool. I'll be trying to freestyle, of course. But sometimes I'm going to just speak mind without using the force, so to speak. Oakland King out here. Matter of fact, I need to be on my way around there for reasons that I'm very proud of, such as this. This nigga almost fell down the damn stairs. Almost fell down the damn stairs and broke his shit, but he didn't, because he's agile. Yes, I am. I'm agile. Now, if I was going to use the word agile to describe my rap style, how exactly would I be rapping? In what way? What type of words would... What type of words are we going to play? I play with words like action figures the way I did back in the day. That's how I be rapping lyrics. Rapping lyrics. Like presents on the eve of Christmas. When air is fresh and you breathe it. And if you live somewhere that it snows at, I guarantee you that's when the air is the thickest. If I'm not mistaken. I don't be in snowy environments often. I'm always here in the Bay. Usually. I'm usually here in the Bay Area. But every once in a while, I do travel to lands where the weather's different. The art of rhyme is interesting. I remember back in the day, in high school, this dude used to get on my damn nerves because I'd be freestyling and flexing my rhymes, maybe some writtens. And I feel like dude was hating because he hear something I say and he be like, that doesn't rhyme. Hey, beautiful queen, how you doing today? That used to make me hella mad. Because he'd be like, I spit some bars, and he'd be like, that doesn't rhyme. And I'm like, yes it do, what are you talking about? You hella lying. But is it a matter of perspective? Because maybe perhaps people hear things differently, or perhaps it might be my own individual ways of pronunciation. There's a lot that could be said about it, and there's a lot I'm going to say about it. Because I've studied this for years, and I'm very knowledgeable. Because I diligently research how to increase the power of an awesome flow. Because it's a way of life that I'm proud to be a part of, so I gotta be an expert at everything I ever gave a fuck about practicing. I gotta be a legend, one of the best at it, one of the best ever known. professional practitioner. Believes in the power of friendship, like anime character. Shonen protagonist, never alone. Home is where the heart is. Rap and metal is home for this particular guy here. Home is where the heart is. Rap and metal is home for this particular ninja star. I spit these bars with my heart and mind, soul, and of course, mouthpiece, esophagus, vocal cords, what you call that, thorax. No, I'm not an insect, I'm an arachnid. It's called something else. Solar plex. I'm gonna look it up later in a book around here or research it online. And if I don't screenshot it or keep it in bookmarks, I'm probably gonna forget. I should have a good memory because I'm book smart, but perhaps because I do a lot of dope, I guess, I don't remember things as much as I should. So I'm from the hood. I just bumped my hood on a tree branch, and it made the freestyle even more. What the fuck rhyme with tree branch? It don't matter. I don't think about it. That was hella funny. And it was embarrassing, but to me it was worth it. I don't know why. I've been walking around Berkeley, and these past few days, most recently, that type of stuff happens a lot for some reason to me. I keep bumping my head on stuff while I'm out here fighting crime and sneaking around. I'm the kindest demon in town. But I'm not a demon, I just like to call myself that because I'm a Marvel fan, particularly the ultimate side of the multiverse. 1610 is the code, if I'm not mistaken. Shouts outs to 616. Hey, yo. My favorite X-Men is Nightcrawler, because teleporting seems fun to do, and for lots of reasons, obviously very convenient. Blue's always been my favorite color, especially dark blue. So, I love being this kind of dark dude, but if I was a dark dude with a pointy tail, breathing smoke that looked like gold spray can fumes, and it'd be all up in the air and teleport, going from land to land, and a sound that it makes says bam, 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 and it's gold, and it's beautiful, Mitsuru. It's gold and it's beautiful and shiny and sparkly. I don't know, I feel like that's the kind of individual I would like to be, a creature of the night who has a lot of fun with his homies and helps keep peace within the community he's a part of. I love that comic book. I don't know why, but when I read that and I seen like the parts of Nightcrawler's origins when they had him like locked up in Weapon X and they was being hella scandalous to him, and I don't know, like he kept trying to escape, but he could only get so far because he would get tired, and before he could make it away, eventually the guards would capture him and bring him back to where the fuck he was trying to get away from. Because I don't know why. But I feel like I relate to that for some reason. Because I'm a freedom-seeking individual. The point I was trying to make, the whole poison, I didn't mean to say that. But the whole point I was trying to make and the whole reason that I bring that up is because I was explaining that's the reason me being a fan of X-Men, Nightcrawler, and mutants in general, and the idea of being a mutant is the reason I sometimes will call myself a demon, which sometimes I am concerned might, I don't want to say frighten people, but it might make them think twice about what kind of guy I might be. So I'm a nice dude. I grew up Christian, very similarly to Nightcrawler being Catholic, Kurt Wagner. If I do pronounce that correctly, if I do pronounce that right, that's the homie's name. Look, I like that. That's one of my favorite things about German language, is how the W sounds like a V. I don't know why, that's hecka fun to me. Did you know I'm reincarnated from one of the greatest musicians of all time, basically, Ludwig van Beethoven? That's who I am. I met him when I was out in Los Angeles with Black Lives Matter. I was walking around some park somewhere and I seen a giant statue, and I looked at the dude and I was like, hey, I kind of look like you. I kind of look like that guy. And I went to walk closer and I looked at the name on a placard. Is that the correct, accurate word? I think that's what you call that. The name on there says Ludwig van Beethoven. I said, I heard of this guy. I've heard of that guy. He's a great musician. Very much like I am. Far more legendary. And, of course, because of the time period that he had been arriving in, the style is different. And I believe he might have did that type of like creating of music where, you ever seen Twin Dragons with Jackie Chan? The maestro guy. Yeah, like a maestro. Symphonies. I should learn to read music notes. That would be interesting. I make beats on Fruity Loops, an app on my mobile phone that I get from the Google Play Store. I download it and save to my account. It costs like $14.99. And as long as I remember my password and don't get locked out, I have that forever. And I can make all the beats I want forever and ever. And they come out with new instruments, and I purchase those and have more variety in whatever song I'm creating for y'all to be enjoying, liking, and being entertained by. Sometimes, as much as I love rap and freestyling, of course, because you know who I am. Of course, you know who I am. Sometimes I just like to make beats and just not think about speech, but think about sound. Think about sounds and receive them. Think about sounds and receive them. Maybe not think so much about the speech, because sometimes this might be a weird thing to say. You ever had so much on your mind that you couldn't say anything? Because you were going through so much and it kind of makes you feel speechless in a way. Because that happens to me sometimes. It used to happen a lot back in the day. I'm learning to be more expressive even when I'm not feeling my best and feeling not quite prepared for it. I'm working on a new style of that I haven't actually practiced as much as I think I should, but I'm kind of just gonna like get on the microphone and make random sounds and to add to the instrumental. More variety. I heard somebody say somewhere online, I think variety is a spice of life. So that's my new thing. But it already kind of was and always will be, you feel me? Oak Ninja over here chilling at UC Berkeley. Preparing to mix up instrumentals to serve you. Get at me. My beats is nice. My beats is awesome. My beats is magnificent. My instrumentals be motherfucking slapping. And you could rap to them or you could just listen to them and snap your fingers. Or whatever the fuck dance you might like to do when you enjoy sounds. I love sounds. I remember this one time when I was in San Jose, these baddies I was chilling with invited me over to their house and let me sleep on their couch and gave me hella food to eat and weed to smoke. And after an hour or 2 or 3, the young king woke up and said, okay, I'm finna get going. Thanks so much. I appreciate you for your kindness and generosity. I don't take it for granted at all, my queens. And then one of the nice ladies gave me a huge stack of papers to spend on motherfucking things I need. And I went to some store nearby and I found a motherfucking cool looking speaker that looked like a jukebox from Mel's, but it was portable size. It fit around my neck with a string. I put it in my pocket. Bluetooth connected to my phone and blast all the songs that I be liking to listen to wherever I go, right? Check it out. And you know I listen to Pain. It's one of my favorite bands from back in the day. The Cartoon Network Groovies. And also, that's what I was slapping on that Bluetooth, right? But check it out. You know what else I was slapping? Some instrumentals I had worked on and completed. And they're so awesome. And I'm very proud of them. But check it out. I woke up early in the morning somewhere on the side of a bridge in a grassy area. And I blasted the instrumental that I had created. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I recorded some lyrics using the Bluetooth speaker as a microphone, and it sounded incredibly interesting in a way that I had not expected. But the dopest part of the story that I'm trying to get to tell you is this: when I played that motherfucking music that I had created on that speaker, it was birds chirping and singing to my beat. Like, the birds feeling my music, you feel me? And that make me hella proud. Cause what am I saying? You know what I mean, right? Cause I was gonna say, like, wild animals, like nature. People are nature too. We nature too, as people, as human beings or humanoids, guess I should say. Cause I'm a believer that there's all kind of life forms in the world and everybody ain't human, at least not all the time, if you know what I mean. Check it out. Birds chirping, singing along to my beat on a dope motherfucking speaker that looked like a jukebox from the 1950s or something cool like that, you know? I think that's that song I made called Commando. I think that's what I named it. And I was like, ran up in your bando, strapped like the Mando. I'm with the ratchet like Clank, going commando. Or something like that. I didn't even mean to say something like that. No, I was just kind of embarrassed a little because I thought about it and I remembered later. Going commando is like informal slang language for like not wearing underwear or something like that. But so it felt weird to say that when I thought about it later. But anyway, I was just referencing a game that I actually haven't gotten to play. I never got to play Ratchet and Clank 2. I played pretty much everyone except for that one, which it's weird that I missed out on that. But I watched the cutscene movie, and honestly, proto pet for a final boss, me personally, in my opinion, that's kind of lackluster. Even if that creature is incredibly powerful, it's not like a villain with a personality that's interesting, in my opinion. It's a monster, but technically it's not a villain. It's just a creature that's dangerous that you have to defeat quickly, carefully. I love that game. I love that franchise. I love that entire series. It inspires me in so many ways. I love telling this story too. How I went to Contra Costa, enrolled in the community college in Richmond to be an auto mechanic because I want to be Ratchet. And Ratchet works on ships in a garage, and that's what he did before he saved all of our lives from whatever villains were threatening the galaxy and universe and whatever the hell else we call in this. And so, a lot of my role models, I know personally, of course, and you know who I'm talking about. Those who inspire me, who taught me to be the way that I must be in my personal life, that have raised me like face to face. But then again, am I fictional also? Because I'm kind of a hero sometimes, at least I try to be that. And I can't say I am that, but I try not to brag about it because of reasons I won't get into. I will tell you this though. Jesus Christ, before he began his ministry and went out on his journey, was at home being an awesome expert at the art of carpentry, which is like building houses and things related to all those things. Damn, I be trying to rhyme sometimes. And I do that, and I love that, but sometimes I feel like my lines are too simplified in ways that I ain't like that much. I'm just a storyteller. It's a freestyle, but I don't want to try too hard. I need to increase my vocabulary. And that way, it'll be more, what's the word I'm trying to find for all of y'all that I'm trying to say, that I want to tell you, to explain what the fuck that I'm telling you is this. I'm just trying to get my point across and make an example of a lesson. Okay. Ratchet, the mechanic, working on his ship, went out to save the galaxy. Very similar to Christ being a carpenter and going out and preaching his ministry and saving the world the way he did for us. So listen up. I said I want to be like that. I went to college to be an auto mechanic, which it would be awesome, but I came back over here to Berkeley to buy some weed from some friends of mine that I know who are very closely a part of my life, and they're awesome also. And I don't know why I woke up on Shattuck 5 years later on the sidewalk like, wasn't I supposed to be in college. Wasn't I supposed to be at school building cars or something? How I get back out here in these streets. I came out here one day just to buy a bag of weed, and I puffed that. 5 years later, I wonder where the fuck's class. But guess what? I am proud of this. I was working over at the Tesla factory in Fremont, body in white, building cars like B-Rabbit and 8 Mile at the General Motors. See, these things may take time, but these are the things I be trying to work out. Because I said General Motors. And I'm talking about working at Tesla, and the reason I'm proud of. I love working that job. It's so much fun. And you know what else, though? I was playing Pokemon Go on my lunch break, walking down a hallway and seeing a huge motherfucking shiny Feraligatr. Now, does the name Feraligatr rhyme with the word motors? I feel like it do somehow, somewhere, if I work it out very carefully in a precise, organized fashion that'll be perfectly, rhythmically accurate in a way that'll be slapping on a beat for y'all to be enjoying and macking to, and whatever the fuck else you may have to do. You get what I'm telling you. Yeah, this is the type of stuff an MC be doing for hella fun and enjoying. My name's Sean Jordan, like this stream here, which is a river or a creek, and other things we be calling that. I like that my name is named after, my name comes from a river in Israel. I like Hebrew language. The first word I think I learned in Hebrew is yorg, which means wolf, which is awesome, because wolves are awesome. This is why I call myself Benjamin Brieg, because I'm a fan of Iron Maiden, and I'm a biblical reader, and I enjoy being a part of the tribe of Benjamin, because there's a story about a ninja somewhere in there, I think in the book of Judges, a dude who was straight up awesome and a freedom fighter similar to how I am. He's a ninja, and he did what ninjas do, but I'm not gonna say what exactly, and I don't want to be a spoiler, non-alerter. I'm gonna tell you, like a preacher say, read it for yourself when you pick up a Bible and go to church on Sunday, or even sooner. You should have one at your house or in your backpack or wherever else you be at. That's funny how I said that. That's hella funny. I almost wish I didn't say nothing about it, because I feel like by pointing out how funny it was that I said that like that, almost it would have been funnier if you caught it without me pointing it out. You be at your house, you be at your backpack, you be in your backpack. Is that where you keep your Bible? Read that, because you need that. I need to go read mine. I ain't read a Bible in a long time. I ain't been to church in a while either. I need to go visit the nice people and thank them for all their kind sweetness of being nice to this gentleman right here. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm finna go charge my phone, spit some lyrics, and make more beats for y'all to... You know what I'm finna say. Hey, yo. I'm finna enjoy this day. I'm finna kick hella flows. I'm finna puff hella dro. Why do we say hella in the Bay Area? I don't know, but it's what we say. It's our language, it's our slang. We got a lot of other slang too. That I won't name of, because I ain't even been speaking English that much lately, so I don't really know how to remember. If you think what I'm... Look, I done fucked up. Hold on. It's okay though. Look, enjoy your day. And don't be a stranger. Holler at me online in the comment section or on Facebook. My name on FB, Sean Dante Jordan, Sean Jordan, or because I'm an actor and a Marvel fan, of course, you know, I'm going to say and tell you my name is Eddie Brock, because I'm Eddie from Iron Maiden, the Wicker Man. And I'm a fan of Spider-Man, so it makes sense that I'd be Venom. We love you. And I should say we, but for the sake of rhyme, I say, I really mean it. We love you. We really mean that. We love the listeners of our raps just as much as we love the art of speaking rap. And that's a fact of life that will always be appreciated by geniuses such as this one, who I am. I'm addicted, I ain't gonna lie, but I need to go get off this camera and write things and synthesize and compose instrumentals that slap. I love you very much, and you know why. I once told somebody I care for very much, I said, I'm God because I love you. That's the mentality that I have. That's the spirit that I have. That's the state of being that I try to maintain. Is you get the point that I've been trying to make, but I really got to get going because there's so much that I've got to say and prepare for in all kinds of ways. And not be repetitive, increase my vocabulary to be more competitive and be prepared for battling, because you never know where I'll be going and what I'll be doing and how I'll be grooving. I'll never be losing if I'm prepared to duel like a duelist, like Yu-Yi. And one more thing before I finish this movie. I'm a voice actor, I love it. Sometimes I sound like Wolverine from Rise of the Imperfects when he says, no, I'm gonna stand up when I do it. No, I'll save that one for later. Come on, come and get some. I love doing that. Hey, yo. And sometimes I can sound like Pharaoh Atem, also known as Yami Yugi. Let me see, let me try it. All right, how I do this. This is hella fun, I love doing this. Hold on. This duel is over, Kaiba. I summon Exodia, the Forbidden One. I did it way better earlier in my tent where I was sleeping at before getting up. I'm gonna keep practicing and you'll enjoy it even more next time, I guarantee. Anyway, this video's finished. I'm a gangster, don't mess with me. Just kidding, I'm not a gangster, but I am a ninja. So, have a nice day, and remember, Jesus loves you and I do too. And I don't know what else to say. Have a nice day. Stay subscribed to my channel and don't go away. Ah! Ah! Ah!